Hey guys, I was gonna do an install video of this, but my camera on my phone wasn't wanting to record a video for some reason. As you can see, I have a new CPU cooler in it. I was using the stock AMD cooler for the A6 5400K processor on the FM2 socket, and let's just say it was too noisy and wasn't quite as good for me. Anyways, I have the new Cooler Master. Well, it's new to me. This is a brand new one. I have the box right. Hold on. The box is right there. The Cooler Master Hyper T4, compatible with all AMD sockets since AM2. So if you guys don't know, with AMD, they've pretty much kept their mounting hardware for their CPU coolers the same since AM2, so that's quite a while. Has different, it's compatible with LGA 2011 for Intel 1150, 1366, 1156, 1155, and 775. Direct contact heat pipes, and that fan actually is really quiet. The only thing, I haven't really tested the airflow, but it only spins up to, it's 1600 RPM, but then again, it's not a big deal. And since it is a bigger fan, I'm probably moving more than the stock cooler was at the same speed. Snap-on bracket. Yeah, let's see on the back. English has direct contact heat pipes, 120mm wide range PWM fan. Yeah. The dimensions. Now, as I said in my last video, this is a mid-tower case, micro ATX or mini ITX, and this thing actually fits. It's not too close, but I have probably about a half inch of clearance between the heat pipe and the top of the case. But this is Zion XON 560 BK case. As you can see on the side, it actually has a little area where it goes up. So that, I'm not sure if that doesn't really help actually, now that I think about it, because if you look at it when it's on, there's still part of the cooler that's on the outside of this area. But yeah, it fits nicely. And I didn't have to remove my RAM at all, actually. As long as you don't have a really tall heatsink on your RAM, you should be fine. If you look, I have a little bit of clearance between my RAM and the heatsink. Yeah. Now, since my last video, I contacted Zion. They sent me a new fan for the rear, so I don't have that clicking noise anymore. And my I/O panel, my power button stopped working, so they sent me a whole new I/O panel. Only thing I don't like about it is it has a white LED for the power now instead of a blue. But I am gonna figure out how to, see if I can get that blue LED out of the old I/O thing. Yeah, back to the cooler. For AMD, it's actually really easy to install. I didn't have to change any of the mounting hardware. Let me take the stock cooler so I can show you. They have one of these things here, the clips. They have one of these for it, and you just put that on, and it clips right on just like the stock one does. It's actually super easy. You do have to make sure it's centered. There's a little divot thing like another piece of metal that goes across from one bar to the other in the center of that. Just to make sure you keep the CPU cooler centered. So, but yeah, I really like the CPU cooler. I'm using Arctic Silver 5, and that takes 200 hours to break in, so I can't really tell you if it performs better or not than I'm pretty sure it's going to perform better than the stock, but I can't tell you how much it'll perform better than the stock one yet. Have to wait till that breaks in. And the overclock on my processor, I just have to mess with the voltages. I can play games for like 30 minutes and then my computer restarts itself. So yeah, I've ran Prime 95 with the CPU ID open, and my CPU doesn't seem to be getting too hot, so it's just the voltages I have to mess with. And I'm afraid to go over voltage, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna leave it at 4 gigahertz. I mean, it performs just fine, and this CPU isn't gonna be in here very long anyways. Once I find a job and stuff, I'm gonna go with the Athlon X4 760K, since that's gonna allow me to keep the same everything. But yeah, of course that's gonna come after my video card that I plan on getting, for the fact that just for the fact that the Athlon doesn't have an integrated graphics card. But yeah, as you can see, it's actually, I like the way it sits in there. It's pretty nice. It's got a single fan on it right now. Eventually I am going to change out I'm going to even change out the exhaust fan. I'm going to do I'll probably leave the 2 fans on the heatsink plain, but I want to put a blue LED on here. And as I said, I'm going to change the power LED back to blue. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I redid my cable management a little bit. I figured when it was up in here, lighting kind of sucks right now. I figured when it was up in this area where the SSD is going to go, it's probably messing with the airflow, so I threw all the wires down here, so they're kind of just balled up right there, which actually helped me a lot with this fan, because now I can run the cable straight down instead of having to force it around the back of the case. And then also I stuffed my since I don't have USB 3 on this, I folded it up and I stuffed it in there. I had this USB 2.0 thing that takes up a PCI slot. I had that in the back outside in my box of stuff, so I put that in there. Now this is, as you can see, it's like a white cable, which I don't really like, but since I'm taking up all my USB spots in the back, I'm gonna have to find something to take this out eventually, because I do plan on upgrading my motherboard, and I'm gonna want to put something right here since these aren't replaceable, sadly. Yeah, overall, so far it's a really good CPU heatsink. It's super quiet compared to stock. As you can see, Cooler Master right there printed on it. Yeah, it's easily 10 times quieter than the stock cooler. I'll show you guys what it came with. Now, as I said, it does come with a little pouch of thermal paste. I'm not sure what kind it comes with, but it does come with some. Yeah, I put everything in the... Now what's in here is just the mounting hardware for the extra fan. See, there's a little pouch. That's the thermal paste in that silver pouch. Has these little silencing pads for if you choose to do a second fan. These are the mounts for the brackets for the second fan. LGA 2011 parts in a separate baggie. Yeah, all this is for the Intel. So if you have an Intel, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. I wouldn't say difficult, but it's going to take you a little bit longer to install it. But with AMD, it's simply put that bar through and you install it. So yeah, overall I'm very happy with it so far. It's definitely a lot quieter, which is the main reason why I wanted a new cooler. And I think it looks better, personally. But yeah, I definitely recommend this cooler. If you have a case for it. Already I already have a feeling that this is going to be a better cooler, just at the fact that my idle temps are the same as the stock cooler after the stuff was broken in. So yeah, I definitely have a feeling this is going to be a way better cooler. The load temps were a little bit higher, but as I said, this stuff's not broken in yet. So yeah. Also, might not have been with the new AMD processors. It's hard to. They give you two different temperatures. I'm not sure which one to follow. So, but yeah, overall good cooler. I got it for $24.99, and I have a $10 rebate that I have to fill out and send in. So technically I got it for $14.99, which is really good deal. Cooler Master is a great company. Said the fan's super quiet. I'll plug it in just so you guys can hear. I unplugged my hard drive just so you could hear just the sound, the fan sound. As you can see, there's very little noise. Well, actually, I can't. You might be hearing a little bit of my swamp cooler as well, since it's right by my bedroom. But it's actually this cooler has quieted down my PC quite a bit. Yeah, that's the white LED I'm talking about that they gave me instead of the blue. But yeah, this case I'm happy with. That CPU cooler I'm happy with. I'm happy with everything. Case is cool. They give you 1 year limited parts warranty. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a great night.